I am proud today to introduce our facilitator, his introduction. I have a prediction. This is Houdini. Tonight, by the end of the party of the century, you're going to meet someone very important. If their name is Irving, you know it's important. Someone who can make a difference in your life, someone you wanted to meet for a long time. It will happen by chance. It will be a quick encounter. You only have 30 seconds. If all goes well, your life will change and you will live happily ever after. That person will love you. Your future will exceed your wildest dreams. If it does not go well, it will be the death of your goals and ambitions. What will you say? Will you be prepared? If you are not sure, then you're in the right workshop. Love or Death in 30 seconds at the bar. In this interactive program, you'll learn how to create and deliver a short, memorable speech that will get you noticed. With the handout, you'll even have a template and hints to help you. Just don't show it to the person you're talking to. Our presenter today is Fred Haley. Fred has been a member of Toastmasters since 1998. He's been a district officer multiple times and given several hundred speeches on his way to earning 2 DTM awards. Fred is also a certified coach, teacher, speaker with John Maxwell program. His coaching business is Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a Toastmaster welcome.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
My name is Fred Haley. My company is Toastmasters. I really wanted to always meet you and hear so many great things about you. Now, I've been in Toastmasters for 15 years. I've earned 2 Distinguished Toastmasters Awards. I've given hundreds of speeches, even done some workshops. I've also become a member and a certified coach and teacher with the John Maxwell program. John Maxwell is the leadership guru of the world. Now, I think I can help you and help your company. I'd like to work with you. Here, I'll give you one of my cards, and what I'd like you to do, could you call me sometime? Maybe we'll set up a meeting. Set up a time we can talk, see how I can be of help to you. Would that work? Great. I think that went well. I think I was good. All right, Eve. My name is Fred Haley. My company is Toastmasters. Have you ever seen a speaker who's nervous? Or someone who just rambles on and on? Do you have people who work with you who are in that same situation? I can help. I take those people and train them to be skilled communicators and leaders. Communicators and leaders who get results. My company is Toastmaster, and what I do is I do them in workshops and in one-on-one coaching. I show them never to give a speech, but always to know their audience, know their message, and just have a conversation. That way they get the results that they want. Here's my card. I'll call you next week and set up a time. Maybe I can learn and show you how to help your employees, your staff, your team become better communicators and get the results that you want. Will that work? Good. That went well too. Those are 2 examples of an elevator speech. 30-second speech. Which one will I get results from? In the next 45 minutes or so, you're all going to learn how to create a speech that will make a difference, that will get you the results, the attention that you want, the love that you want, so that you won't be the death of your career. You have a handout. And there's questions, and you can fill it out. Now, there is also a sign-in sheet in the back, and if you want, after the workshop, maybe next week, when we recover from the party of the century, I'll send you copies with the answers in it. But there is a question. What is an elevator speech? Anybody tell me what they think an elevator speech is?
30 seconds or less. Convince your audience.
It's a 30-second Sales pitch. It's a 30-second advertisement. Exactly. It's a commercial. Who's in the commercial?
You.
You. What's the second question? When do you give an elevator speech?
When you're pressed for time.
Well, I thought the first answer was going to be in an elevator. Thank you. Yes, in an elevator.
Got 3 of them right
You
over
got 3
there.
of them. And how long are you in that elevator?
That was like 3 minutes.
Yeah, some of them is, but you may, to the next person, you may only have 30 seconds. Where else did you have an elevator speech?
Water cooler.
A water cooler. In a line. Sure. Here's the place. Have you ever been at a business association meeting and they say, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves? Oh. And all the people just come up and say, hi, my name is Fred and I work for... Let's chance for a 30-second elevator speech, a 30-second commercial to sell yourself. That's when. When you give an elevator speech, who's your audience? The elevator. Good. I do feel like that sometimes. And when the back of the room starts to look like they're dozing over, then it will be the wall of the elevator. Yes. And I don't blame you if you're that tired from late at night. But it's not everybody, is it? It's the person you want to sell. It's the person you want to convince to have business with, to attract their attention, to get some reaction. So it's not everybody, it's your audience, your specific audience. It can be a business, it can be a social thing, whatever your goal is. So that is the next question. What is your goal? Tell me what your goal would be.
To persuade?
Pardon?
To persuade?
Sure. Yeah, are you going to sell someone and have them buy in 30 seconds?
No.
But you're going to get their attention, won't you? Sure. You're going to get them to say, I'm interested. I want to hear more. Eve wants to hear more. Steve says, oh, that was nice. I don't want to hear anything more. You stop listening when I said, and I go too, or whatever you want. Yeah. It's after a short time, you stop listening. 30 seconds. You want to get their attention. Certain people, your audience attention. The important question. What's the next question? What is your audience's goal? You think that? What will Eve think? Well, what's your audience's goal?
What's in it?
For me.
What's in it for them? Have you ever heard of the radio station WIIFM? If you haven't, Irving has. If you haven't, memorize it. WIIFM. What's in it for me? And you are listening to that radio station right this very second. And I am trying to broadcast on that radio station right this very second. I am trying to tell you what's in it for you. Here's a dumb side point. Who has ever gone to a workshop or to hear a speaker because it was that speaker?
Oh, yeah.
No, you didn't.
That's why we're here.
We're still here. No. I will tell you, my wife will not come to my speech to hear me because it's me. And I know that. Why will she come? Because she's going to get some results. She's going to feel some pride. She's going to want to learn more. You are here not because it's Fred Haley, not because it was Dennis Wooldridge, but because Dennis Wooldridge can make a difference to you. Dennis Wooldridge or Fred Haley will give you some results that will change you. What did Dennis say last night? Add value. Your audience wants you to add value to them. That's your goal. Remember, the one thing you should remember, in any speech you give, whether it's a 30-second elevator speech, or a 7-minute speech, or a 45-minute workshop, your audience wants some results. Your audience wants some results. They want you to add value to them. That's your whole goal, is to help them by adding value to them. You see an elevator speech outline. Elevator speech, like we said, is 30 seconds. You don't have any time. So you need to be prepared, right? We need to already have that in our mind. So what would the first line of an elevator speech be?
The weather.
An introduction, sure. What did you say back there?
The weather.
The weather.
The weather. Weather might be good, but they don't care. If I came up here and said, boy, it's cold outside. It's cold. I need a... Don't you already know that? Why do I have to tell you?
No.
I don't have to tell you that. No. The first thing that you would want to do in an elevator speech is say, introduction. Hi, my name is. Does everybody know their name? Oh, good. You don't have to raise your hand. Anybody not know your own name? Okay, good. All right, now, at 1:30 tonight, that may be a different answer, I know. Second part, the second line is the most important. What results can you give that person? What did I say for Steve? Hi, Steve. I've been Toastmasters for 15 years. I've been giving hundreds of speeches. And Steve is thinking, so what? I go to Eve and I say, Eve, have you ever seen someone who's a bad speaker? I can change that. She said, he can give me results. Right away. Right away. You don't wait till the end of the speech to give the results that you can provide, the promise that you're trying to give. Then the third, if you have some success, you can add that if you have the time. Now, if you're going around in that little business session and saying, hi, my name is, the only thing you may have is that. I created one for a lady who was a baker. And she was complaining that she has to do this all the time. Every month go up and say, hi, my name is Mary, and I bake pastries and cakes. Here's what I told her to say next time. Hi, my name is Mary with Mary's Bakery. I create the cakes and pastries that make people remember you. Now, what is going to happen? They are going to go to her because they want their next party to be remembered. But she said, here's the results I can do. She didn't say, I make pastries and cakes and decorate all the way to the way you want. She said, here's the results I can get for you. That's what you want to think about when you are creating your speech. Then, if you have time, how? What did I say for Eve? How? I do workshops. I do one-on-one coaching. I tell the people this. Never give a speech. Know your audience. Know your message. Have a conversation. Okay, now you start to think, that's different. That's unique. I want to know more. I want to learn more about it. 30 seconds, I am trying to attract Eve's attention, get her to want to do business with me. Anything I can do to, in a short time, to get right to the point. And a call to action. What did I say to Steve? Will you call me sometime? Maybe we can set up a meeting? And Steve said, no. Steve was one of the few people who was blunt enough to tell me no. Usually they'll be kind. Eve said, yeah, I'll work with you. I want to hear more. All right, you all go home now. It's 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Now, here's some hints. That's on the next page of your handout. You cannot give a speech that sounds like a speech. Mm-hmm. If you give a speech that sounds rehearsed, is your audience going to know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're going to know, oh, he said this before. He's just saying it by rote. He doesn't really believe it. You don't want the person to not believe that you are saying what you're saying. You want the person to know the passion that you already feel. So have it as a conversation. And let me be honest. That's really difficult. It is really hard to come up with a prepared speech that sounds like a conversation. but it's important. When you go out and meet Dennis or some person, that important person that Irving talked to you about tonight, gotta sound like a conversation. You see some other suggestions, and remember some of them. Keep it professional, use a person's name, use Steve's name and Eve's name several times. Make notes. Oh, the other important one, keep practicing it. My speech, my elevator speech keeps evolving. Yours will too. Keep practicing it, keep working on it. So, next page, or the rest of this page is a set of templates. Start to think, and maybe write down if you want now, your answers. What would you think to help you start creating your own elevator speech? Who is your audience? Again, your audience is not everybody. Your audience is those specific people who you want to try to get their attention. You want to do more with them. It may be at a date, or one of those speed dating places where you're trying to get someone's attention. And that's the same thing. It's a 30-second elevator. How much time do you have in it?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, well, you got 2 minutes and 30. There you go. She had 2 minutes and 30 seconds to spare.
There you go.
Well, I guess you had 1 minute and 30 seconds. The other person had to speak back.
Yeah.
Sure. It could be that, a dating session, or it could be a business. It could be church. And every time you do one, it's going to be different. That's why I had your audience had 3 lines, because you may have 3 different audiences that you want to attract their attention: social, personal, professional. Think about it. Who are they? And then the other box, what do they want? What do they want? For the date, it could be someone in this sort of a person. Professional. What they may want someone who needs some professional coaching and speaking. Or whatever you do. They need some motivation. They may need great knives. I know Steve. He's a cool knife player and salesperson. List some of these things. Start to think of some of the answers to these questions. When you start to think about what they're doing, how they're doing it, what their problems might be, you can start to develop your speech, develop the results, and make that into a short sentence. Now, let me remind you what Irving said. This is an interactive workshop. Interactive does not just mean you're going to write down notes. I'd like a couple of you to start thinking about your elevator speech, thinking about what you might say, and we're going to evaluate. Let's give you some comments. I've got a couple people. I didn't plant people, but I got a couple people who I know are good, who are going to come up here and show you what they've done. What results can you offer? Think about what can you do? Brag. Sure, I can do this. I can help you. You're not exaggerating. You're saying, I can help a speaker become a confident communicator. I can help you save time and money by using your knives effectively. Well, doesn't have to be saving the world. It has to be doing what you're doing. I can help you become brave. That was cool last night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he inspired us, and you knew exactly what he was doing. And all he had to say to start, I want you to become brave. In case you're wondering, that is the sign-in sheet. If you want to sign your name and get a copy of all this. And if I did not mention before, I am videotaping this. So I will put it on YouTube, and we all can see it, get reminded. And so all the answers that we didn't get, or when the computer started to fail, and she lost her typing,
75 words a minute.
It's not the speed of the typing, it's the length of the battery. Oh, good. Good. Yes, we've all learned that, right? And if you can say, I can make your battery last longer, okay, you might be the hero. Or keep a microphone from falling off a speaker, you might be a hero. Think about it. What results can you do? Can you give somebody else? If you can say what makes it unique, make it unique. If you can give a story, give a story. And then keep crafting it, keep practicing your speech. Last page, I've got 2 templates. Why do I have 2 templates?
Because you're going to mess up the first one.
Double points for your, yes! Yeah, I said practice. Sure, you're going to work on one thing. Oh, I don't like this. Or it could be you have 2 different audiences, you want to create 2 different ones. But yes, you're going to continue to fix it. You know what that means? He's going to be the first one to come up here. All right, the third one. I got my 2 plans first. Just as an aside, you might have this, and I want you to start thinking about your elevator speech. I'm not going to ask my 2 friends to come up. One of the things we try to do in our Global Leaders Advanced Club, anybody here from Jacksonville? So a lot of you are. Oh, good. Surprise, we're in Jacksonville. Our Advanced Club, Global Leaders Advanced Speakers Club, has its own vision, its own unique purpose, and that's to try to help us become professional speakers. Now, a professional speaker may just be your job that you're in. It may be a second career that you want to do, or maybe a future career. We have our own unique identity. And so when we go out, we talk about what is Global Leaders. I have our own elevator speech. And here it is. We help members learn to develop skills needed to earn revenue by speaking professionally. Okay, that's results. Obviously, I don't have that memorized because I'm thinking about this one today. Sure. I can tell the results that I will achieve for you in 30 seconds. If you're a member of Toastmasters, whether or not you've earned your CC, come to our next meeting, which will be in December, and I'll send you the information on when and where in the email that I send out. I'm going to ask a couple people to come up and practice. How much time do I have? I've got about 20 minutes?
All the time in the world till the next session.
Until he says, cut it off. Any questions? Any thoughts? Are you thinking about what your speech is going to be? Mm-hmm. Think about who's your audience, how can you help them, what results, and anything unique. You had a question. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I have. So, in case you don't know your audience properly,
Uh-huh.
how will you pitch it? Like,
Sure. If you think that it's your audience, that person is a person that you're interested in, give the speech. Because to be honest, you're going to practice it. You want to practice, and you might get their attention, or they may know somebody. The other side of it is, if it's an elevator speech, like that 33-minute dating, they're going to tell you. So you're going to know them. If you don't already know them, start off with that. You can start off with, hi, especially if they haven't said. You can say, hi, my name is Fred. Tell me about yourself. Once you get to learn them, then you know how to address them. Here's another time when you might want to have a good elevator speech. When you are walking down the hallway in your office and the CEO walks by. And the CEO says, who are you? What do you do here? I work down the hall. So what? Great. The CEO will be happy that you were there and you were working. But the CEO might want to know, man, I make a difference. I save money. I make a difference. I create new products. Do something. Have that result, elevator speech, ready for when the CEO comes. And maybe next year, the CEO will know you by name and have you closer to him or her. Know the results that you can provide, even for your boss. Again, as I said, the one point you should remember when you leave, know your results. Because your audience just wants something for them, they want results. You've heard my two speeches, my two elevators. I know. Here's some other examples I would like to tell you. And tell me what you think about these. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm a speaker, coach, and author. The title of my book is No Sweat Public Speaking. Businesses hire me because they want to improve their public speaking and presentation skills. They know that speaking opportunities are business opportunities. Speaking opportunities are career opportunities. You wouldn't know anyone interested in improving their speaking and communication skills, would you? What do you think? It sounds like a prepared speech. What about the ending?
Yeah.
What's the first answer? You wouldn't know anybody, would you? No. It started out, but what did that person say? Speaking opportunities are business opportunities. Speaking opportunities are career opportunities. That got your attention. That got my attention. That's cool, yeah. All right. Some people know why I got this next one. Hi, Dr. Doe. My name is Tula. I'm the Community Development Officer for our community hospice. We're the organization that takes care of your patients in the last year of their life. Like Mary, your last patient. Community hospice is still the largest hospice program in Northeast Florida and the only nonprofit hospice program. Here's my card. When can I contact you to talk a little bit more about how you can help your patients in their time of need? Is that a better one? All right. For those of you who know, that was my wife's. Yes, but I was just talking about it, and she said, this is what she said. Oh, that's good. It's short. It gets to the point. It really tells the doctor, I can help you and help your patients. And it has a really clear call to action. When can I contact you to talk a little bit more about how I can help you? Okay, I want to hear you. A couple examples. Let's hear some better examples. I have two members of Global Leaders who have already prepared really cool elevator speeches. Sure, and because she is on the corner, and because she has a big smile and she's ready to go, please welcome Linda Sarkis.
Eve. Hello. My name is Linda Sarkis. My company is LCS Leadership Ventures. I show professional women how to build healthier nonprofit organizations. Through my coaching and one-on-one classes, I help them to make better decisions to achieve results. I'd like to talk about how I can help your organization. Here's my card. May I call you next week to set up an appointment? Sure. Brad?
Well, here, and she just sort of confidentially said, and I'm going to repeat it, that she messed up a little bit. Could you tell? No. Did it sound like a canned speech?
A little bit. No, a little bit. To me, it didn't sound like conversation.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay.
It didn't sound like conversation. It sounded like
Yes.
Good.
That was
Sounds like
close.
a
It's getting there.
Exactly.
And it's,
I just wanted to say that I think one of the things I'm noticing really is that the ending is specific to not providing the opportunity for the person to say yes or no. It is simply when can I call you? Not, do you mind if I call you?
Yeah, true. So which is better?
Yes, well, when?
When?
It's the when. Don't give them the opportunity to say no.
Exactly. Very, very, very good point. Yeah. And that's one of those when it's a conversation and you're talking because it's a conversation. You may say the wrong words, but practice helps you get to those words. When can I call you? Excellent point. Any other thoughts? Did you know Linda's results? What she can do? Volunteer organizations help them. Now, how she could do it? Did you like her? Everyone's nodding their heads.
Thank you.
It was good. It was a
The
good
concept
example.
was good. It was shaking the hand and backing away and kind of talking up like this that I think really was a distraction to her real intent and message.
Yeah. And that may be the setting that she's trying to talk to everybody at the same time talking to Eve. We should give Eve a little extra credit for being the blunt. Steve, Eve is much more friendly than you. All right, come on, Steve. You want to get one? Sure. Why not?
Hi, I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve, by me.
I sell the world's sharpest kitchen knives. I can save you time, money, and most importantly, make your food taste better just by learning how to use a really sharp kitchen knife. I'm available Tuesday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Which day works best for you?
For what?
I thought I said I would teach you how to save money, save time, make your food taste better.
Yeah, I want the food
Set
set
down.
down.
Right.
I think it was more of saying what the intention of your availability is.
Okay.
Right? You can teach me those things, and that's great, and I want to learn that. But when you say, I'm available Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and I'd like to meet with you to talk to you more about it, when would you be available?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good one. Yeah. Okay. Actually, Fred told me I'd be doing this, but I didn't really.
Getting back to these global leaders for a second, that's the whole idea of our club, is to get up in front of a group and practice and get that feedback. I mean, that's what the purpose of this workshop is. That's why I'm going to ask other of you to come up and practice. It may not be perfect. You haven't had the chance, some of these have had to practice it, but it'll get you started, get you thinking. Our other person, George, Casey.
All right.
Guess I'll use Eve here again. How you doing, Eve?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
That's great. That's great. My name is George Casey. I'm a motivational speaker and empowerment coach here in the Jacksonville area. Have you ever thought to yourself and wondered what makes the great great?
Sure.
I know you have. Everyone has. Well, I was so intrigued by this. I took the last 15 years and I set aside the last 15 years to study just that. What makes the great great? And I came up with a formula based on my greatest person, my greatest inspiration, which is Muhammad Ali. Called himself the greatest of all time, right?
Yeah.
So I took the GOAT, which is the greatest of all time, and made a formula. The formula is G, set your goals. O, your outcome, you got to commit to it. A, you got to be accountable. And T is the thought process. And I'll take you through the process. If you have time, maybe next week, will that work for you?
Sure.
If you have time, I'll give you my card and we'll give you a call next week.
Great.
Thank you.
You could tell that was one he had it in his head, but he also did it as a conversation. He sort of got a little, had to find his footing for a second or two, but it was a conversation. That's okay. Comments, thoughts, feedback.
You have a great opportunity to give people half the acronym and then tell them that you'll tell them the rest when they meet with you.
Mystery Diner.
Interesting thought.
I thought George did a really good job of adjusting to the fact that he was standing up and Eve was sitting down, better than I did. And of course, George is a lot taller than I. So as you go through this, I would say as you practice and you deliver, you'll get to know what to do and feel comfortable with whether both are standing, one standing and sitting, or the dynamic of that, and that's important.
Okay, very good. Good thought.
As far as going back to Steve's, more conversational. Maybe ask her if she cooks or if she.
The problem with that is someone can take you down a rabbit hole.
Right. But a little more conversational than I have these knives that cut out.
They slice, they dice.
Right.
They create cool tableware or table ornaments too. He's shown us.
Well, you know, I'm sure we've all seen those commercials where someone has taken a knife to a pan and sliced it in half. You relate that story and say, my knives cut those knives.
Actually, people who cut cans with knives should be shot. It's just my own opinion.
Is there something about a knife that actually changes the way your preparation or the outcome of the food is better?
The knife and the skills to use the
Okay,
knife.
so is there a way to put that into your...
Sure. Actually, one of the things I'm developing with Fred is a Knife Skills 101. I sell Cutco knives, which are billed as the world's sharpest, and I'll go back and revisit with customers, and their knife skills haven't improved even though they've got the great tools. So what I'm thinking about doing is offering a free class to my customers and potential customers, just have a knife skills. Just, cut up some celery.
Don't give it to your significant other.
And that would be the thing that you would say at the end. I'm having my class here. I'll give you special advice.
From everything that you said, the one thing that was the most interesting was, I make your food taste better. Well, how does a knife make my food taste better?
Okay, let's say
So if you can give a teaser for that.
Yeah, well, that was a good teaser, because what did we say an elevator speech is to do? Is to get your attention. You don't have to tell them all the whole story.
Right.
Get them to go to the class. Get them you to go there. But you've got her interest. A knife can make food taste better. I want to know more. That's all you're trying to do, is get them to want to know more. Here's another time where you might use an elevator speech, and it may not be for you. Anybody a member of an organization? Boy, I hope you say that. Sure, I'm a member of Toastmasters. Right? You go to a club, you go outside, and someone says, "What's Toastmasters about?" What do you say?
Make toast.
Make toast. Yeah, it's a little piece of appliance that you see on the shelf at Walmart. I know. Do you say we talk about public speaking, or do you say we build leaders?
That's what I
What do you say? I mean, really? We can think that we know that, but do we say that? If you're a member of another organization, Kiwanis, Rotary, what do you say? They should have their own mission statement, their own points. What is your organization about? And can you say, this is the results that we do? We make a difference in children's lives for Kiwanis. We take care of our veterans partnership, something like that. What results? Andrew, do you have a question, or George? George.
How much is there a difference between elevator speech and a cold call?
That's what I was asking.
Not much. Cold call, you are making the extra effort, so you are a little bit more prepared. But an elevator speech, you're not prepared usually. You're not expecting that you're going to be asked. You're walking up and you see this person that you want to talk to, or that person comes up to you. You're not ready for it. But you have to be ready for it. That's the main difference. Cold call, you'll also have more time. I mean, you're going to want to push a little more, I would expect. That's the main difference. Okay, I need some volunteers. How much more time do we have, Irving?
All the time in the world, like 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. So I would like 1 or 2 volunteers.
Do you want to? Well, come on up.
All right.
Once again, I just wanted to say again, I'm Andre. I noticed earlier you said you were typing 75 words a minute.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually. And have you ever thought, why me? Why can't I use my skills and actually make money off of it?
Sure.
Oh, well, actually, that's what I do. My name is Andre Wally. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I also consult and help people build businesses out of their passions. My actual dream is to create your daydreams and make it your daily grind. So if you wanted to talk a little bit more about it, I mean, we can call or Skype or whatever, whenever you need to. So just give me a time and a date and we can set it up.
Oh, he wanted to turn your passion into a business. Do you like that? Are you get an idea what he wanted to do?
Yeah.
Comments?
Good job.
Thoughts?
That was great.
It was a conversation. It was very good.
There's a conversation, definitely.
Well, most salespeople think that if they give the person the target no chance to get out of not calling them, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's a big turnoff. So I think what he did was better. You know, you don't feel like you're under any great obligation to return the call.
On the other hand, are you giving that person an opportunity to say no?
Well, if it's not something you want, you should have the opportunity to say no.
Okay. All right.
Well,
How would you respond?
yeah, okay, so you don't want to give them an opportunity to say no. If they really don't want it, they'll say it either way. But you want to open the door for a conversation. That's what it comes down to. You want to have an extended conversation. You want to talk with this person beyond 30 seconds. So what you're saying is, look, this is me, this is what I do, and this is what I can do for you. Let's have a conversation. And they'll say, okay, versus yes or no, right? Do you want to have a conversation is a yes or no question. Don't ask them if they want to. Assume that they need you just as much as you need them.
So how did you feel when he, at the end of this conversation?
I think you did really well. Towards the end, I kind of felt like you were curious about the question. But what I noticed more, and would you stand up for me? Would you? Sorry. I'm in PR, so this is what I do. Relax. You are relaxed. Okay.
I was doing
So, yeah, you looked a little tense. So, just, we're just talking. We're just having a conversation. Just relax. If they want to say no, believe me, they're going to say no.
I think he explained very well what's in it for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it sounded interesting.
And was it the same thing that anyone else would say, or was it fairly unique? Yeah, it was different. Got your attention, got you wanting to know more.
I just want to say that seems like he's an author, so he has all the words in his vocabulary. I wouldn't use the words the way he used So it's a challenge for us to come up with those words instantly within 30 seconds.
The only way you come up with those words is by practice. Yeah. And when I practice, I hear myself as the audience. I try to hear what hear what they're saying or what I'm saying, and ask the audience and try to adjust. And that's what I say is a practice. Do I have time for one more?
For you, yes. Anybody else, no.
Okay.
I got a deal today.
Okay. So I have any time for anybody else? No?
I guess it's time for me.
Well, let me wrap up. Remember the one thing. When you practice to tell people the results that you can give them.
when you do that in any speech, you're adding value to them, you will be successful. Thank you for your time.
On behalf of District 84 Fall Conference, it is my pleasure and honor to present Distinguished Toastmaster Fred Haley with this certificate of appreciation. He can take it to Dunkin' Donuts with $5 and get a cup of coffee. Give my hand!
Extra value. Just a point that my global leaders have heard me talk about before. You see this handout?
Yes.
There's no PowerPoint, is there?
No.
Why do I have a handout?
We can take it with us.
So you can take notes, so you're involved. Here's the second reason. So I can follow along and I don't get lost. It helps me. And here's the third reason. If you ever want to become a professional speaker, you want to have something to sell, I can change this 3-page handout into an 8-page worksheet. I can take my 6 or 8 worksheets, book, and presentations, make it into a 40 or 50-page book, and I've got something to sell. If you ever want to become a professional speaker, take advantage. The 3 great reasons for having a handout instead of a PowerPoint. Thank you all.